Yo, what's poppin' guys, and welcome to a brand new series for a little while, where I'm going to, I guess you could consider it a devlog, except not really a devlog, since I consider devlogs like, you know, they're edited and they look nice. I'm going to call this a code along, okay? Where I am going to be making a game from start to finish through some parts in video format, and you're going to see my process from start to finish. I'm going to not edit these so you can see the full raw process of me creating a game from start to finish. Usually I don't talk a lot, but I'll be adding commentary as I go. This type of content isn't going to be for everybody, but some people might find it interesting in how I go about making my games, the troubles I find, because I feel like a lot of people might feel like since I make tutorials that I know everything there is to know about Scratch, which is just totally not the case at all. I don't know a lot actually. But you'll see some of the troubles I run into and how I solve them, and maybe me figuring out how to solve issues will maybe lead you to think of ways to solve issues that you have in your games. Maybe you have something similar to me that you can check. Maybe I miss a number somewhere and then you look at your project related completely differently and realize that you too missed a number somewhere. Just something like that. Or maybe you just put this on in the background while you're working on coding a game, or you're doing some schoolwork or anything like that. Either way, if you're watching, I thank you a lot, and let's get right into it. So what we're going to be coding is, you'll see, is I'm on DK Horror right now, and we're going to be coding a new Five Nights at Freddy's fan game. Now, do I know what the characters are going to be yet? Not really. So we're going to make them all from scratch. I'm going to murder this ugly cat that no one loves, and we're going to go to the backdrop, but we're just going to kind of start creating something and see what comes to our head. Since that's usually what I do. So let's just make this kind of gradient backdrop, just like that. Yeah, look at that. That looks nice. That looks super nice. Now let's get like a slightly dark or slightly lighter gray. Let's do the handwriting font. That's an interesting one, right? Let's do the handwriting font. Let's do Five Nights at... Let's not even do a Five Nights. Let's not call it that necessarily. Let's call it something like, Arrival, right? Arrival. Or no, not even call it that. Let's call it something like Clock In. Okay, we'll call it Clock In. That way I don't actually have to come up with a character just yet. I can just have the name Clock In. Okay, Clock In, and then I always like to put a DK horror game, or whatever account I'm on is usually what I'll put. I just think it adds a nice little touch. I always like what it looks like, just like Clock In, a DK horror game. And then I also like to put the version somewhere in here, so I'll do version 1.0.1, since that's always the versions I start with. 0.1, I'll put it right there. It's not quite centered. Let's move that down a little bit. No, that's better. Okay, there we go. Fantastic. I'm going to just label this title screen. Fantastic. Now, let me come up with something interesting. So just to start off, we're going to do green flag, the backdrop, and do title screen. Just as a extra reminder, this is not a tutorial in any way. If you want to follow along, go ahead, but this is not a tutorial. I know some people, like when I was coding Sckags on the live stream, people are using that as a tutorial and are getting upset that I'm talking too fast, but it's not a tutorial. It's just me making a game, and that's what I'm doing here too. So that works all great. Now let me set up an actual character. So I'm thinking of making like some hideously grotesque character, kind of like Ugly from the tutorial series, because he's really fun to draw. So let me just like come up with some random design. Let me do something like, I got an idea. I want to do like one of those same disgusting ugly design. Alright. Let me do like something like this. Let me do something like, yeah, something like this. Yeah, look at that. Ooh, no, I got a better idea. I have a better idea. Right. So what I'll do is I'll do something like this. this. Okay. Yeah. All right. This is going somewhere. This is going somewhere. Yeah. Look at that. Look at this. It's going somewhere. God, this thing is disgusting already, and I haven't even finished it yet. Let's do like... No, that's not what hair looks like. Hair would do like something like this. There we go. And what we can do is we can zoom out a little bit. We can just... Let's not even do that. That's even too like basic. There we go. Something like this. And then we can do the neck coming down behind the ears. The neck of this character. You can just kind of have... Or maybe we don't even do the neck. No, let's do the neck. We gotta do the neck. We gotta like... some shoulder looking stuff. Right. Let's do that. Erase. And erase. No, let's do like this. Boom. Boom. Cool. I'm gonna have him not wear a shirt. This might get banned by Scratch. I'm not gonna draw like anything disgusting, but just because of how he looks, might get this project banned or this account banned. So let's hope not for that. We'll draw a mouth. Just like that. So if you can hear my roommate. Let's kind of draw teeth. Those are gums. Right. Draw. Just like this. There. Only a little smile. And for his eyes. Eyes are always super interesting because you gotta make them good, right? Like you can't. So you gotta come up with something interesting. Does that look interesting enough of an eye? Or should I do something more like... I don't know. Eyes are always super like important to me, right? Because the eye is, I feel like, is the most drawing feature of a character. So if I do something like that's not good enough, that has potential. This has potential. Yeah. And if like the other eye like is shaped the same but like isn't right. Like he has like a lazy eye maybe. So this eye is like going over to the side slightly. Yeah, it's very subtle, but it kind of looks nice. It's very subtle, but it looks nice. Then we have his eyebrow. Maybe this eyebrow is like shaved, like has like the slit in it. The eyebrow slit. And he's got like the two lines here. He has some like mouth, like kind of like lines in his. Same thing with his jaw. His jaw is like causing his neck wrinkles to show a little bit more. I'd say it's a pretty successful looking. He has some collarbones. Okay, let's get to coloring him now. Like a pretty pale guy. Oh, that is not the right shade. There we go, that's better. Okay. Alright, let's grab like white. Let's make one of his eye. I'm gonna base this off of someone in my college class. So if he's watching, I'm not being mean. he has one blue eye and one brown eye. Like, I have a green eye and a blue eye. One of my eyes is green, one of my eyes is blue. But I've never seen brown and blue. That looked really cool. What the? Hold up. Okay, there's his nose. As far as hair color goes, I feel like I would make it brown, but his eye's brown, right? It's gotta make like a different looking hair color. What would be an interesting, unique hair color? Like a light blue. Light blue would be interesting. Yeah, I think that looks nice. I think that looks nice. Well, I mean, you know what I mean by nice. And then we're gonna do like a faded yellow white for his teeth. Right? Perfect. And then we'll do like, you know, up light pink for his gums. And then we'll do like a really, really, really dark faded red for the insides of his mouth. And there we go. We have our character that is going to be the face of Clock In. Let me just like shrink him down a little. Oh no, not 8. Oh my goodness, not 8. Do 80. Okay. If we're going to have him look like that, which I think is fine, right? No, we can do this. Let's do like this. Yeah, that looks fine. That looks good. Yeah. I don't have a name for this guy. Let's call him Randy. Randy, title, screen. Okay, what's his like little glitch thing gonna be? What's he gonna do when he glitches? I can do like no, that wouldn't work. What I can do is something like super spooky, right? I can do that thing where you just kind of take their eyes and just like kind of murder their eyeballs. I can just like hollow out his eyes. Oh god, not that. Right, where I just like take white, just like hollow his eyes. Just hollow his eyes out just like that. Really basic way of doing it. But this is only gonna flash, so no one's actually gonna get a super good look at it. This doesn't really matter too much. Alright, and then we can do like dark gray to like kind of around. And again, this is just gonna flash, so no one's really gonna see this. No one's gonna get a whole lot of time to really look at this. Same thing with this eye. Yeah, that's good. Do slightly lighter gray. Okay. Good. Again, we do that here too. Again, this is just gonna flash, so it's really not that important what this looks like. We do an even brighter right in the middle, just like a circle. And that's gonna be his flash. It's his eyes going all crazy mode, all like crazy goopy mode. Okay, cool. It's his little flash, and we'll do like this. And then we'll do show, switch the costume to 1, and we'll run a forever loop, go there, forever loop, and we will have them wait, pick random, have them wait 3 to 8 seconds. Right, let's make it like so they can really pick some numbers, because just by adding that point, like it makes the numbers generate way more. Because if you were to just do 3 and 8, like it only generates a whole number. But if you do 3.00 and 8.00, all of a sudden it gives you like these really crazy big numbers, really cool for randomization and stuff like that. It just makes it even more random for each player. The chance of someone getting this number exactly is going to be basically impossible. It's basically unnotable to the unaided eye too, but shut up. Second, then you're gonna repeat. P is to pick random. 5 to 8 times, 5 to 10 times. Screw it. 5 to 10 times. Next costume, and we'll have you wait. Pick random. 0.01 to 0.03. So like not a whole lot of room there, but look at all those numbers it can generate. That's super fun to look at. Okay, let's take a look at what that does now. It should just give us a basic little glitchy effect on his eyes every few seconds. Yeah, there. Oh, that's something I forgot to do. And then you need to switch the costume back to 1. Okay, take a look. Yeah, his eyes flicker every once in a while. Looks great. Well, what I could do, let's set this actually to 0.05 so we get a little bit longer time to actually understand what his eyes are doing. Let's take a look at that. Can do the flicker for me, but there it is. Yeah, that looks better. I like that. Okay, cool. Cool. And then I'll make a play button. Play button. Play buttons. I was taught this by someone on stream. That like black and white isn't really a good color to use. That's why I didn't even fade his eyes as white. So you like a really dark gray. I like to do 10 on the brightness. 0, 0, 10 is what I usually like to do. And then for this, I just kind of pick something random, but like a lighter gray then. Like let's go 50, 0, 0, 50. Okay, and then you make the button just like this. Right, and like this looks better, and it's easier on the eyes than black and white would be. And then what I'll do is I'll take this and I'll round the corners like I like to do on some of my games. I haven't done it in a while, so I'll do it here. Haven't done it in a while, so I'll pop it out here. Just kind of delete the corner, delete the corner, delete the corner, delete the corner, and now boom, now we have a rounded button. Super nice and cool, just like that. Now I'll duplicate this outside color to right play on. Right. Okay, and then I'll make that bigger. And then it scratches. I hate this. You center this, and like it's clearly not centered. Just looking at it, it makes me really mad. So I have to like center it myself. And I'm a perfectionist, and it really bothers me that I can never get it right. But that's close enough for me. Cool. We'll put the play button right there. I'm gonna shrink that down a little bit. Put it at 70. That's fine. There we go. Then I'll do green flag clicked. Go to there. And set size to 70, which is what I set it to. And do a little bit of a forever if else. If touching mouse pointer, change size by, I usually do 4. And then do if greater than, say, 80. I always like to do 10 more than the original size. And like size. And then you can do set the size to 80. This is setting a maximum, basically. And then else you change size by -4. If it's less than 70, the original size, set it to 70 again, capping it between these two. So then, boop. Oh, whoa. If touching mouse pointer. Oh, that says 80. 70. There we go. That's what it was. Okay. Now we have the nice little big effect here when we touch the play button. And that's actually all I have time for today. Setting up that art took a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but I think it's worth it. I think he looks absolutely gorgeous. So Randy is on a roll. So I'm going to save this, and then I can name it what it is. Clock in version 1.0.1. Again, there's going to be spoilers for this game, obviously, if you're watching the series. If that doesn't bother you, keep watching. If not, wait for the game to come out and then come back and see how I made it if you'd want to. So I'm going to leave the episode here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked it, then like it. Didn't like it anyways, because here's your version of a devlog while I actually work on a good devlog. Which, yes, I am. It's just going to take a long time because I want to make sure it looks good. While you're at it, on a subscribe to the channel, that helped me a lot. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.